and whatnot. Anyways, Hyun is going to find out the location of his Terran opponent and back off before losing his Overlord. So now that he knows his cross positions, he should feel safer, as it will take a while for the Terran to get across the map to put on any aggression. And the reason why I say it like that is because generally the mentality in ZVT is survive until I get mutas, and then from there attack until they get Thors, and then from there somehow win. Because usually you, as the Zerg, you want to win before they get Thors, or shortly after. I saw this amazing game of ZVT where the Zerg it was on merry-go-round, and the Terran thought that he spread his Terran opponent out by making it look like he was gonna attack, but could go down any pathway, so his army was spread so thin. So he regrouped his army really fast and went through one location, took everything out there, then swept across the map, cleared it was a classic divide and conquer, and then when the Thor was out, it was too late. There was just too much Zerg. So it was a very well executed attack. And not a big name Zerg either. I don't remember who it was though. It was in the WCS qualifiers for America recently. I was watching it late at night, I think.
Does that Overlord have pneumatized carpet?
Caraspace?
Yeah.
Let's see here. It does not. Maybe? I'm not sure what this upgrade is.
Kind of a purple color.
Okay. You can't see what I'm looking at. Duh. The one with two different vectors coming out of the bottom right-hand corner of the picture, that is...
I believe that. Yeah, that is...
That's, yeah, that Overlord is moving fast. So I'm guessing this other one is pneumatized Caraspace then.
Okay.
Because this one is Zergling speed, but there is another upgrade listed that I'm not sure what it is just by looking at it.
Okay, it's a rather rare upgrade in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely underutilized. I think at the higher levels, it's more common. And for any Muta Ling player, they should get that upgrade. It's a little early even for the Muta Ling, but against something like a Polt Viking, you really want that so that you can recall all your Overlords as soon as the Viking is out. And as such, he's only lost one Overlord. So, good notice, or good observation on that. This Viking is going to scout. It will see that there is a Baneling nest and everything looks more or less normal for this stage of the game. Hart is probably going to gear up for a strong attack soon. He hasn't really done much in the way of aggression thus far. So with the third base being established and Hyun thinking about a fourth, this is Hart's window where he enjoys going for that attack. The infestation pit is done, but Hellbats, Marines, and Medivacs are moving across the map. this doesn't really look like enough to deal with all that Zerg, but with good splits it is definitely doable, as mutas are, particularly as mutas are not out yet. He will split on the creep, scan, kill all the creep tumors. So Hyun does not want to take an engagement right now. The army is still split. He doesn't have enough banelings, particularly with that Banshee overhead. And Hyun can't pick off that Banshee right now because he has no mutas. His banelings will roll forward, but the army is too deep. So he's not able to kill all of that. And the creep is receding now. The Marines are still being paraded across the map. So this is starting to get worrisome for Hyun, as there is only so much that he can do. Hart is going to scan and pick off more. Notice how he picks this off only with his Marauders. Basically, if he missed banelings, not only is he pre-split off the creep, and there is a Widow Mine in the mix, not only is that the case, but the Marauders are in the front doing the heavy work. Corruptors are out for Hyun, and they will chip away at the medevacs if they get, and the Banshee is down. So if the opportunity arises, they will try and kill all the medevacs. But there are Marines underneath, and a Widow Mine. At the higher levels, they have gone for Corruptors on occasion. I don't really recommend it if you're having a hard time with mutas, because essentially it demands you to be more accurate with your banelings. Call from Nevada. And I missed another one. New York. He's gonna hunt down that Overlord. I mean, essentially, another call, seriously. I just set it down. Oh, same guy. So essentially, Hyun he's not in trouble, but he's not being allowed to play the game he wants to play. Hart is controlling the map. He is controlling the tempo. He is controlling the creep. And as a Zerg, when the Terran is controlling your creep, that feels very out of place. Hyun is going to go for another engagement, and I fear that this is not the fight he wants to take. It is off creep against someone that splits well. The Thor is out, and I am lagging. There we go. So, with the Thor soaking up all the banelings, Hart is free to push if he so desires. It looks like he wants to secure his 4th first. Hyun is gonna go for Broodlords now. He has the Corruptor count, and I don't know, I'm not very thrilled with this. If the map were smaller, I would definitely recommend the Broodlord switch, given the Corruptor count, given the dangerous situation that he's in. Right, he has to take this awkward 4th. But as it is, I feel like the Broodlords, it's just, it's gonna be out in the open. The Marines can stim under and pick them off, and even then the Thor is not a bad anti-Broodlord unit. I mean, it's not designed for that, but I mean, it's certainly no siege tank. Which is essentially just a sitting duck. The Broodlords will morph. Hart is not aware of them yet, I don't think. He will continue to scan. And Banelings are going to come in first, which is a good idea. You definitely want to kill as many Banelings before Broodlords are... kill as many Marines with your Banelings before any Broodlords are ever shown. Because he's being overrun, Hart is going to pick up and back up. And then out in the open, he's going to turn around and stim, kill one Broodlord. And with one Broodlord falling, a lot of DPS is lost. So, that's more or less all he needs right now. He's going to regroup. What is that? I don't know. An Ultralisk Den is on the way. So if he can keep his Broodlords alive until he gets Ultralisk out, then Hyun will be in a very favorable position. As it is, I'm not sure if he will be able to. There are a healthy number of Banelings, so that is good. He has what he needs in order to protect the Broodlords, at least in theory. It looks like Hart is going to try and attack these Broodlords again. This is actually a much better position, as he's managed to start attacking the production of his opponent. Hey, Dad. And Hart is actually going to retreat all the way into his main, so that gives up the positioning that he needs, and Hyun is looking like he could even up this series with the queens that far forward. It's looking good for Hyun. It's not a done deal yet, as... Okay, it is now.
It is a done deal.
It is now. Alrighty then. So, while this was not the map for Broodlords, Hyun made it work here. I guess that's why he's the best Zerg at the moment. I think two things were very important in that, was the Broodlord, the Banelings, and the Queens. Without those, the Broodlords would have been picked off by Stim Marines like that.
Yeah. Because of those transfuses going on.
Yes. Those transfuses were key. Oh, some tips for you when you want Broodlords in Desert Strike. Oh? Who are they playing? Okay.